Hi, everyone, and welcome to our office hours where we actually learn how to be a network marketer, the tools we need, as well as how to build the business. As we know, we use startx39now.com, which is our product site, and we use start333biz.com, which is our business site. Right now, the biz site is down and we're getting it back up. So today we're going to do the work without the biz site and we're going to just do a great job at it. So take great notes, and when the biz site is back open, then know that it's all going to be okay. And Jenny or Sheila, if you have links to the business cards or to the business bag that work, tell me or look for them as I'm training, and maybe we can even get the live links up in chat. So let's get going. So let's first talk about what we have. We have Lifewave. We have the best product around ever in the world. And why is it? It's because we're a patented wearable light technology that really repairs and regenerates you just like when you were younger. Cellular regeneration is working. And the reality is most of us didn't see this coming. This X39 found us. This little patch found us and made such big change in our bodies. We wanted to share it with the world. And all of a sudden it became a business. And it can only become a business when the product works. And our company has hit momentum. We just hit $500 million in sales. The company's a 20-year company. The founder and the owner, David Schmidt, is the owner, creator, and CEO of this company and the inventor of all the products. We are patented. We are special. This is why it is a great business to be talking about today. We just we went to $500 million from 2018 to now because this little patch basically is a combination of light and activation of those master cells for cellular repair, and people understood that they wanted to repair and regenerate like we did when we were young, and this patch helps us do it, and that's why we're sharing it. So why are we sharing it with this type of a model? Well, it's interesting. David, 20 years ago, was trying to figure out whether he was going to go retail through doctor offices. And then he realized that the only reason he got his company off the ground is because people that knew people helped him, networks. So he decided that he was going to build a business of networks. And it turns out that this distribution model is pretty special. Why? Well, traditional distribution models, let's say you go buy something at a grocery store, right? That's a retail model. They spend about 50% of their marketing money on or 50% of their sales on marketing, right? Slotting fees, paying reps, company cars. When I sold dog food 30 years ago, that's a long time ago, for Ralston Purina, we used to pay $20,000 slotting fees just to get one product on the shelf. I mean, it was insane, right? So another model is MLM, multi-level marketing or network marketing, where that same 50% of the money comes to you to build a business, right? Companies choose their distribution model. It's just which one do they want to choose. It just so happens that this distribution model gives us a chance as entrepreneurs, a chance to build big business. And aren't we lucky that David Schmidt put his technology in our hands? Aren't we lucky? We're so blessed with that. So that's really what our model is all about. And after COVID, turns out that drop shipping is what we all want anyway. Drop shipping is what we all want anyway. So everything changed after COVID, and now we're kind of the cool model. So isn't it great? So having said that, let's talk about what it is that you need to do to be a network marketer. Well, first of all, what you really need to be able to do is understand how many hours a week do you want to work? Because this is a business. We're working. A lot of people come to me and say, I just didn't make any money. And I look at their calendar and there's nothing on it. And I said, well, you didn't make any money because you didn't work. A lot of people think network marketing, you get the product drop shipped to you, and then all of a sudden you're just supposed to make money. No, you do need to work. Just like a real estate agent, just because they hang a sign in the office, if they don't work, they're not going to make any money, right? So it's a business. So let's treat it like a business. So the very first thing I want you to do is make sure that you go buy yourself a calendar book, because we're always going to book the next appointment because you're in business. Plus, you need to water 5 times with love to close people. 1 to 4 times closes at 80% or at 10%. The 5th time closes at 100%. The purpose of the biz site is to give you different links to water people with all the time, right? With love, right? Not with, and also you don't want to put on your, we are teachers, we are customer service, we are educators, we are not salespeople, right? And we are not attached to pushing product. We just want to educate people on an amazing technology. And that's what watering with love means. I might water the Now site. I might water a before and after picture link. I might water to invite them to a podcast, right? And so that's really the watering. So get your calendar book, because you're always booking the next appointment to water, okay? So then you want to ask yourself, how many hours a week do you want to work? Well, I like to say it's not even that much work. 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, contacting 3 people a day. Contacting 3 people a day. That's our system. 333. Contact 3 a day, invite 3 a day, follow up with 3 a day. That's all we do. So the very first thing is contact. And you're going to do that 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. How many hours is that? 5 hours. Then if you're going to do 3 a day, 3 times 5 days a week, you even get weekends off with me, is 15 contacts a week times 52 weeks is 780 contacts. Of course, not everyone's going to say yes. That's why you're reaching out to so many. Sift and sort, sift and sort, sift and sort, non-attachment. And it might not be for them right now, but it might be for them a month from now, 3 months from now, a year from now. Some of my biggest builders didn't come in until a year later. My mother, who I love desperately, just started wearing the patches, and that's been 5 years. It's okay. It doesn't mean you're bad. It just means they're not ready. Okay, so I'm not attached to people saying yes or no. I just am attached that you do the work. All right, so then out of the 780, most, a good goal is 200 wholesale kits and auto ships. 200, or do I say 200 or did I say 100? Actually, I think I just said 100 before. 100. I just cut it in half. You're so lucky. 100 wholesale kits and auto ships. Why? 50% of those people will just love the product, which is great. The other 50% will do some type of business, and 10% will be your runners, and 10% will be your runners. Your job is to sift and sort to figure out the ones that want to build the business with you, run with you as a business, and help everyone else. So you're looking for 3 runners on your right and 3 runners on your left, because we're a binary. You do that, you're going to be very wealthy one day. 3 and 3. But you enroll 100. And you contact 780. So someone write this down. We've never done this before. 780 to 100 to 6. Wow. Yeah, did you know it's about 6 to 10 people that make me all my money in this business? And they're people's. Okay, so let's write that again. 780 to 100 to 6. I realized the other day, someone asked me, how do you build such a big business? And I really thought about that. And I believe I'm an expert at taprooting. And that's a big word. But what that word means is that I'm an expert at making my own list. And then like saying, Sheila, let's make a list of 10. Sheila, let's make a list of 10 with your friend Betty. Betty, let's make a list of 10 with your friend Susan. List of 10, list of 10, list of 10. And then as I taproot, I find the builders in the taprooting. So for example, Susan from Hawaii, she's building pretty aggressively right now, but I didn't even know her. You want me to tell you how she came? Let's see. I made my list. From my list was a doctor friend from 10 years ago that introduced me to his doctor friend, who introduced me to his wife. His wife found me on Facebook because I did a post, and she reached out and said, I see you're doing this now. I said, yeah. She goes, I want to do it. I said, sure. I said, make your list. Now, her husband, who's a doctor, is on her list. He wears the patch in his office. A network marketer comes into the office, sees the patch, says, what's that? And he goes, it's wearable light technology, cellular regeneration. He goes, I want that. He makes a list of 10. Dave's on his list of 10. Dave makes a list of 10, and Susan's on Dave's list of 10. Susan just went executive director, I think, last week, in about 3 months. And I just kept working the list. Do you understand that? So that's like, we call it tap rooting, but it's really just working lists to find where that builder pops. Okay. And if you think about it as kind of digging for a treasure, it's kind of fun, right? You just keep digging and you keep going and you keep working with everybody, because not everybody wants to go so hard and fast. But when you dig through different people's network market, different people's warm lists, you find them. And you may be one, right? You may be that one, right? Yep. Yep. And sometimes until you start working, you don't know who the one really is, right? I remember I was working in this company. I just started, and the person that enrolled me didn't know who I was and didn't have any idea. And so she was digging through the list, and she almost passed me thinking it was some other people down the list, right? And all of a sudden, oh no, I'm also the one, right? So interesting, right? Interesting. So, all right. So let's go to okay, so then I want you to commit to the 4 podcasts a week. We have the Monday testimonial call, we have the Tuesday Dr. Stacy, we have the Wednesday patching party, and we have the Thursday testimonial. We cut down our schedule so you only had 4 to really think about: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, to recruit to invite to invite to, and to come. Why do you invite? Well, because we invite, right? And why do you come? Because you need to hear the story, so you can retell the stories, right? So that's 2 hours a week. And then 3 hours of training. Monday and Tuesday I like because it's foundational training, and it's really great for beginners training. So you may say to yourself, oh my gosh, I know all this. I've come for the last 2 months. I don't need it anymore. And I know it's the same, but why do you want to come? Because you need to be inviting your people that you've just enrolled to learn how to do it, right? I hold a container. And so then they learn. And then when we start doing the work, you're on the phone with them. Make your list of 10. Let's do it now, right? And so this is a space not just for you, but for your people. And it's a container as well, because it's hard to do the work by yourself. Not because the work is hard. I think it's just uncomfortable sometimes. So even I would rather do laundry than pop on my phone and do this. But when you guys are all staring at me at 11 o'clock, I do the work too, right? Because what else am I going to do? You all doing it, I'm doing it. And we turn fear into fun. And we turn fear into fun. And that's the point of this office. It's for beginning training and then to do the work. And you bring your new people in for the training and do the work for you. And when you start helping them make a list of 10, then you are also now, big word, tap rooting. Okay. So that's all really important.
Mars, we need
yeah.
to finish your list of business tools, please.
Okay, and I will. Will you remind me that? Because I'm kind of in a moment here. So remind me. So the other thing I want you to do is write down how much money you want to make. Write down how much money do you want to make. So you're gonna do 10 hours a week of the right work. I am so tired of people saying, oh, I work so much at this and I make no money. And I go, well, what do you do? And they list all this stuff that doesn't make them money. Oh, I went and looked at YouTube for 10 hours. Really? No. Contact 3 people a day. Work. Start the work. Start the work. So 10 hours a week. Now, do you want to earn, we pay weekly. So do you want to earn 500 a week? 1,000 a week? 5,000 a week? Put in chat what you want to earn. When you put it on paper in chat, it becomes real. And then you have to understand, if you want to make that kind of money, you got to do the work and you got to do the right work. So put in, I want to make this money. I promise to work 10 hours a week on the right work. Whoever actually wants to do that, put it in chat. Let's actually be accountable right now. I want to make, and I will do 10 hours of the right work a week, and I will contact 15 people a week. That's the right work. There, 5,000 a week. There's Vernell. Vernell, I want to make $5,000 a week. I'm going to contact, oh, I got to go open the door. Shoot, give me a minute. All my kids graduated from college. One from I never brag, but one from UCLA and one from UC Irvine. yesterday. We were at graduation all day, and now all my relatives are knocking at my door. Give me 1 second.
Keep putting your money in chat. Look at it. And dream big, because if you just put a small amount in the beginning, you don't want to limit yourself. So make your dream big and realistic. Because look at Marci.
Well, and you can start at one amount and say, oh, I made it. So then you raise the amount. So it's okay. This is always changing. Dr. Stacy always says, put what's realistic to you. And when you make it, up it. But you always should be putting that in there, what you want it to be. So you put how much, so you put the hours you're going to work, the number of contacts you're going to do a week, 15, right? And and the amount of money that you're going to make, and that you understand what the real work is, right? 5 hours of contacting, 2 hours of inviting to the podcast and going, and 3 hours of training. That's the work that will do it. And then what's really fun with all of that work, then you start to learn it, and then you can go crazy. You can start going and doing your own patching parties. You can hand out those envelopes to everybody, right? It's just, you start to feel that I can do this. So there's something called third-party validation, and it's very important, and we don't train on it enough. And I really want to start training what third-party validation means in this training. And then that's why don't let me forget what we need for tools. So third-party validation is every network marketer. It's the core of network marketing. Write this down. It's very important because we really don't train on this enough, and I don't know why. I've just really been thinking about it lately. Relationship plus influence equals a perfect buying decision. Let's say that again. Relationship plus influence equals a perfect buying decision. I'm going to give Sheila and myself an example, okay? Or wait, let's do Sheila and Jenny, you're here. Okay, so let's say Sheila and Jenny are best friends. They have a relationship. And Jenny loves Sheila. Oh, she loves her so much. They're best friends. And Sheila reaches out to her. And Jenny loves her so much that she would never do what Sheila says because she loves her so much. That's called a family. My mother did not put the patches on her body for 5 years because she loved me so much. So of course I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just calling it truth. That's why families are the hardest sometimes. Families are either the best or the hardest. Some families do everything that the family does, and some families, like my family, with my mother, would think that she loves me so much, of course those patches don't work. Okay, I'm just being honest. So that's why you need influence. So that's why Sheila would bring Jenny to an influence tool or person. Influence can be a tool or a person. What do I mean by that? Well, a tool would be startx39now.com. It's influence only because it's not Sheila. Inviting to a podcast is a tool. It's influence only because it's not Sheila. A person, like inviting someone to have a three-way call with me. That would be a person, or a three-way Zoom with me, or a small Zoom with 3 or 4 people. And I'm doing the closing because I'm a person influence. Do you see what I mean? So relationship plus influence equals a perfect buying decision. They normally will not buy from you unless you plug them into a piece of influence, a tool or a person or both. A tool or a person or both. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, Sheila goes, oh, well, Jenny, go to startx39now.com, watch the first 2 videos and look at the pictures. If you like what you see, I'll invite you to a podcast. Oh, wow, I love it. Go to oh, you like the podcast. That's another tool. Oh my gosh, let me put you on the phone with Marci. She'll go ahead and tell you all about it. Answer your questions. Or let me put you on a Zoom with Marci. Or that would be a person. Or you could do tool to tool, right? So it would be the Now site to a podcast to you read a closing script, or you guys know I talk about the follow-up clipboard, and after the two tools, you get on the phone and read the script and take their order. Okay, so you could go tool person or tool to tool, right? So I'm just showing you that however you do the business, it's important to understand that relationship plus influence equals a perfect buying decision. That's why our system is 3-3-3. We contact 3 a day. We invite to the Now site, which is a tool, to a podcast, which is a tool. We follow up with a tool, reading a script and taking the order, or follow up with a person, putting them in a 3-way call or a closing type of Zoom, right? So those are I just wanted you to understand, because we do this work all the time, but I don't think we've been very educated on why we use third-party validation and what it really is. Like, what is it? What is it? It could be a tool or a person, okay? So now we all understand that. We're going to go third-party validate all day long. And here's the thing. You don't need to use me to do a 3-way call. I am nothing special to Sheila and Jenny, except that Jenny doesn't know me. That's the only reason that I'm influenced. Okay, I'm not influenced because I'm a senior presidential director from blah, 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 right? I'm influenced because Jenny doesn't know me. Any of you can be influenced. Alice can be influenced for Roger. Roger can be influenced for Alice, right? That's how it works. So, and I even need influence, right? When my best friend from another company, if I ever want to get her in this company, I will not be able to do it by myself because she knows me so well and loves me. So I must not know anything. I will need influence. I will need to bring Sheila in to be influence for me, only because this person doesn't need her, doesn't know her, right? Do you guys all understand that? Okay, great. So, okay, what do you need to do to build your business? Well, I guess we don't even need the biz site because I'm doing such a different.
App.
Huh?
It's app. The biz site's working.
Oh, finally. Oh my goodness. Yay. That was a little stressful to wake up to today. I'm like, oh, I do training in 2 minutes and nothing works. Great. Okay, get yourself a calendar book. We already talked about it. Now write this down. These are the tools you need. Get yourself a calendar book. Get yourself a notebook, because network marketers always take notes. Okay. Get yourself a list book, because we always we write lists. Remember, we do our first list of 10, then we add to it, then we add to it, then we add to it, and we help our people do our list of 10. Remember, your first 10 is juicy. My 3 of my biggest builders, Peter, Mariah, and Jan, came in my first list of 10. Your first list of 10 is juicy too, and so are your people's list, okay? So get into lists, okay? And if you don't have a list book today when we start working, you're gonna do it on a piece of paper. In fact, get a piece of paper out right now if you don't have a list book, and you're gonna write in your list book this. I was born in 1967. I still write on paper with the pen. Lifewave, the holy grail of healing. Have you heard about stem cells? Who do you know that would like this? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? We're going to get into this later, but write that down. Let me say it one more time. Lifewave, the holy grail of healing. Have you heard about stem cells? Who do you know that would like this? Okay. Now you need to get your business bag. Your business bag. Mine is a little bigger right now. I got the mega size, but this one has all your mini presentations in it. Why do you need mini presentations? Because I scripted them so you could read them. You could go, I don't know, I just learned, but let's read it all together. You literally read the envelope. I'm reading. Well, what is it, Susie? I don't know. I just got it. I just got patched 3 days ago. But let's read it. The patented X39 patch is a form of wearable light technology. It's made out of organic crystals. When you place it on your body, it reflects your own light back into the tissues. This process is called photobiomodulation, or light working in your body. It works fast to activate your new healthy cells to repair and regenerate you in a non-invasive way. Oh, look at, there's the actual patent. Let's read that. Oh, look, here's how you wear it, right below the back of the neck, under the belly button. You just read it. And then you open it up and you say, I don't know, let's just look at the more of the stuff. Oh, look at, there's pictures. Oh, this is what you can expect. Oh, this is really how, when elevating GHK, you activate stem cells. Oh, these are the different products. And oh my gosh, you could even just take an order right now. Let's go ahead and do a silver pack and auto ship, $2.99. I'll go over this more later, but you see what I mean. Oh, you don't remember what everything is? Oh, why don't you go to a patching podcast? There's the schedule. So I made these presentations so they have all the information that you could read. You could, when you're done reading everything, they may be ready for an order. So why do I like these? Because I use them everywhere. When I went to Hawaii, I made Jan make me 300 of them. Can you even imagine that poor girl? She yelled at me all the time. And then we actually used 400. So thank goodness Susan had 100 extra. And everybody got one. And we just went through the envelope. And what happened? Afterwards, they could just then take their envelope and share it with somebody else. And share it with somebody else. You can do events of just 2 people at Starbucks with these. Dr. Dana Zampla went to Starbucks with 5 ladies, and they just sat down and read the envelope, and she patched them with an X39 and an Eon. X39 for the cellular regeneration, Eon to reduce inflammation. Together, they're very demonstrative. So she patched both. She read the envelope, and by the end of it, she took 5 orders. She went to her office, put the orders in, it drop shipped to all her friends' friends, and that she made money, and so did her friend. Okay, she just did that by patching people and reading the envelope. So then I thought to myself, well, that works pretty good. That works so good that maybe in Arizona, I'll just give them all out in Arizona too. So we made 300, and we did this with a PowerPoint. So the PowerPoint is in the biz site under tools PowerPoint, and it's a good one. It's called Editable 2024. It's probably the best work Michelle Blaze and I have ever done. And so we just go through the PowerPoint, read it together, but they still have these. And so I could say, now take out the order form and the all products flyer, and let's take your order right now. Get with the person that brought you here. Let's have a break. So now with the PowerPoint and envelopes, you could now do an event for 40 people, 60 people, 100 people, 300, 1,000, I don't care. And if you didn't want to use the whole envelope for 1,000, then do the PowerPoint, but always have an order form and the all products flyer with you. Why? I just want you guys to know, when you do your own little patching parties or big events, make sure that everybody has something that they take home with them. Something should be in the seats. Why? That's network marketing 101. You want people to have something that they can do something with. Either they can take their own order on it, they can have the product information, or they have, if they took their own order, then they have something to share. It's network marketing 101. I've been to a lot of events lately where they're not giving anything. So you do the PowerPoint and everybody just walks out, and then there's nothing. They're not taking the PowerPoint with them. So have something in the seat at every event, please. Okay, so that is why you go get your business bag. And I'll tell you how to order that in a minute.
I put it in the chat.
Fantastic. Well, let's just show 2 since you have it in the chat. I'll follow your lead. So you go to start333biz, start333biz, biz.com. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to the system. And the system's private, so you need to use username start333biz and passcode 333biz. And then you're going to go right over here to the tools, and you're going to go to the business bag, and you're just going to open up the link. This was created so you can open up the link to look at it, or you can just text it to somebody. So you open up the link, and there it is. and you basically can get all of these, 10 of these for $15, and you email janjrand@gmail.com, your name, your address, and your phone number, and you can order up to 2 of these at a time, and that's the business bag right there. And if you want to take a picture of Jan, that will remind you, or you can get the link from chat. Okay. So the next piece I like for my business is my business cards, because a business card tells everyone that you're in business. Hi, my name's Marci. What's your name? What do you do? Oh, you're a real estate agent. Do you have a card? I do. Well, so do I. I'm in cellular regeneration, or I'm in wearable light, or I'm in master cell regeneration. You know, we have to be a little careful right now on what we say, because until we get things fixed with our wording, with compliance, we just need to be a little careful as we're out and about. However, give a card, take a cell number. Give a card, take a cell number. And what I hate the most is when I'm out and about and I say, hi, I'm Marci. What's your name? What do you do? And they say, oh, I'm a hairdresser. Oh, do you have a card? I've been thinking of getting color in a new place. And they do this. You remember that? I don't have a card. Have a card. You should have a card. Don't be one of those. Have a card. Have a card. give a card. Take a number. Sorry, I got to mute all. All right. So you also want to, well, let's go remind you how to get the card. So you go to start333biz.com and you go over here to your business cards, And you want to go right here and open that up. And take a picture of Sally. She does all our design or our printing. Michelle has done all our designing, so they're really wonderful. But Sally does the printing, her phone number, her email, and there's the cards or the yoga cards. I like them all. And that is what we have going on here.
Marci, can you explain what the white is on the back of those square ones? Because a lot of people don't understand that.
Which one?
The like back of number 1 or back of number 2. What's in the little white box with the yellow highlighter?
Oh, that's just our patent. You can read the patent. That's our patent. So, you know, we need to be careful on claiming right now things about X39, but we can sure read the patent. So, you know, you need to, you know, I'll show you what that says and you can read it yourself. This is on Start X39, startx39now.com. And so that's what's on the back of the business card. So you can read what our product really does in the patent itself. So produces beneficial effects to the human body, such as, read it. It increases what? Copper, you can read the rest, in a subject's body. The non-transdermal apparatus reflects or emits specific wavelengths of light to elevate levels of, well, you can read that in the body. We may not be able to make claims, but we are patented and we sure can say what we are, which is that we're patented, and this is what our patent says. So read it if you want, okay? And that is on your card as well. So we are completely compliant by having our patent. Yes.
There's a question, is it best to use Start X39 or personal Lifewave site on your card?
I use both. Great question. So this is my website to order, and this is the Now site on the back. And the good news is if you order through Sally, she does it that way. But if you don't, you should have both, okay? You should have both. Because let's be honest, the Now site is better at education, and the order site you need to have so they can place an order. Having said that, we all know that our company pays awesome 60% and ships fast, but their order site was made in 1985. So good luck with someone being able to figure out how to place an order on our site. So good idea to take handwritten orders. And I'll explain that to you in a minute and how we do that. Okay. So the next thing you're going to want to do, is you're going to want to go buy a follow-up clipboard. a follow-up clipboard. Why? Because as you can see, I do everything in script so you can read it. I'm a big scripter. I believe scripts can be a tool, and it can be a third-party validation tool, so that if you don't always have a person to validate you, you have a tool, right? So that means what? That means that you're going to invite to the Now site, you're going to invite to a podcast, then you're going to call them, you're going to read the script and take their order. That's why you have this. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see if I remember this by heart. What you need to buy to start this business, and it costs about $100, is a calendar book, a notebook, a list book, a follow-up clipboard, a business bag, and a business card. 6? Is there 7? Is it only 6? 6. Did you guys get it? Let's say it one more time. Write it down. You need a notebook, a list book, a calendar book, a follow-up clipboard, or a clipboard. I'll show you what to print for it. Don't worry. You buy a clipboard at Staples. Okay, so those 4 things you go buy at Staples or Amazon: a notebook, a list book, a calendar book, and a clipboard. You buy business cards in a business bag. Is everybody with me? You buy that. Oh, and if you get crazy, like you're like, I get this, and now I want to go do a health fair with 100 people, or I belong to a church and I'm ready to do one of these with 50 people. So a business bag of 10 ain't enough for me. Then what you do is you want to go back to the biz site. And you want to go to the tools, and you want to go to marketing material. This is everything Sally prints and Michelle designs, okay? And those are all the mini info cards, and you can buy them in bulk. The ones that I use are the order form, the what to expect, the GHK, the all products flyer, the before and after tracker. Those are what I use. I also have the Health Tracker International because some teams like that. But what I personally use myself is the order form, the what to expect, the GHK, the all products flyer international, and the before and after tracker. And those are the 5 that will be in your envelopes with your business bag. I also, you know, as you're starting to build a business, this is our system cards, our business cards, which is our system, our comp plan, and our road to senior director. And you can buy those from Jan as well. I'll show you those too. I'm sorry I forgot that, but you can also get these from Sally. And then you can buy the envelope in large quantity. You can also buy like postcards. We were at the Vietnamese meeting, and they had in Vietnamese these little stack cards. They were great. You know, they were remember when I say have something for everyone to take home, they had something for everyone to take home. The banners, I love these new banners. They had all the new banners up, and they were so nice. And then the poster boards are really great. I like the Marci, the Mandy, the before and after, and I love the Are You Ready to Level Up the sport people. Those are just excellent. And then of course our new tablecloth with the power of the patch. So there's so much great stuff here. So you can see what you might want. Oh, I had somebody go to gyms the other day, and they got the X39, X49 little tri-fold, and they just went and hit all the gyms. I thought that was brilliant. So, you know, those are some great marketing materials. So once again, that's from Sally. And so now I think, what are we doing next, Sheila? I feel like, oh, and if you want that new PowerPoint, you could go here to PowerPoint and tools, and that new PowerPoint under English is this one right here, the 2024 editable. That with the business, I mean, basically I'm doing PowerPoints all over the place with my sharing envelopes and my mini info cards. I mean, that's just what I'm doing. And then I also decided I wanted under business bags. I myself, that's the bag, but I myself, because I have people that want to know the business, I decided to add some. I ordered 10 of the business cards. So I could talk about how we build the system, the comp plan, and the road to senior director. And in fact, maybe on Saturday, last Saturday, the Saturday before we did patching parties, then the last Saturday we did how to use the PowerPoint. This Saturday, I'll do compensation plan and system, and I'll teach how we could actually use these cards and share them for business. That might be fun. So those, you might want to get those as well. So you get those from Jan J. Rand again at gmail.com, and you would give her your name and your address, and you would email her, and those are $10. Okay. So now that we know all of our tools, let's talk about actually what we're going to do today. So today we are going to do the system. So to get into the and before that, make sure you sign up for text and email blast. And this is on start333biz.com. And you're going to put your name, your cell, your email, and that's going to sign you up for email blasts. Okay. Also, make sure before you start the system go in here. Before we actually go to the 3 steps to success to actually start our system, that you also click into Evolve Connect. And that's where you want to connect to Telegram, Facebook, and YouTube. That gives you access to everything we do. For example, Telegram, once you signed up for Telegram, it's going to kick you out. Then you come right back in here, and you're going to click here for communication, here for stories only. We have 4,000. Here for business training, practitioner group, before and after pictures, and Spanish. Okay, so make sure you click here. And once again, to get all to this, let's just make sure you guys all know how to get into the juicy part of the system. You're going to go to Start 333 Biz. Okay, and once you get there, you're going to sign up for email blasts. And then remember, we also have our podcast schedule, our events, and our incentive trip here. And you can click on any of those. So right, for Come Learn at Your Events, you can see that we got David's event coming up in Florida. This is where you would sign up for convention to get on the wait list, right? Those are events, right? We also have our incentive trip. This would help you see what you need to be in the incentive. And we also have our podcast schedule. If you forget what we have going, there's our podcast and there's our training podcast. Okay, that's all in the front end of the system. It's not passcode protected, but our actual bones is passcode protected because it's private. So once again, to get into the bones of our system, you need to know the username. Write this down, start333biz, B-I-Z. And the passcode is 333biz, B-I-Z. And if you need to request a passcode, you can click here. And as long as you're in my team, you will get a passcode. So if you're not in my team and you're enjoying my training, then you better write down my username and passcode from right here. Okay. So then you click on here, and we now are going to go actually into the system. So I created this. So the system is the 3 steps. And then I also have all of our tools outside of the system for people that maybe want to do a different system than what I'm training on, because we're all a little different, and that's okay. So you can do your own system and then just click onto the tools. But if you want to use my system, then you click into the 3 steps to success. Okay. And if you want to get started, you watch the first video, which is Start Your Business. And it's just what I trained you on. And you can also go here. Oh my gosh, that's what she just told me I needed to buy. It's right there. I've just added this because I realized you guys all needed it. Okay. And then the next part of the system is contact 3 a day. And oh, look at, there's a video. I'm going to train you right now, but now that if you forget the videos, now there. So how to make a list. Let's do it. We're going to do it right now. We already wrote this down, but write it down again on your list book or your piece of paper. Do it now. Lifewave, the holy grail of healing. Have you heard about stem cells? Who do you know that would like this? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Right there, their name and their cell number on a piece of paper or on your list book right now from your phone. From your phone. Go to your contacts right now. Everybody do it. Let's go. Look in your phone. Start with A's. Go to C's. Go to D's. Who do you know? Who do you know that you respect? You know, the one that just, you love everything they do. They're great at business. They're great at loving people. Everybody follows them. You respect them for a reason, right? I respected Dr. Rhonda Donahue because she understood health products, and she also understood that I was in a crisis early on. And I respected her, and I respected what she had to say to me. Who do you know that you love? Well, that's my mom. I love her, and I don't want her hip to hurt. She's finally wearing X39E on a nice wave on that hip. It took me 5 years, but I love her. She never left my list. Who do you know that you can help them with their health? My friend Gail. She ran for 20 years, 5 miles a day. She has the best runner's body, but she has a horrible lower back now. She needs X39E on a nice wave. She went on my list. Who do you know that you want to build a business with? You know, the person that Jan was, I met her 10 years ago, and she ran every booth I've ever seen in my life. She's a worker. I wanted her to work in my business. Who do you know that has influence? You know, the one, it might not be you, it wasn't me. You know, the one that everybody wants to follow around. All the girls, my friend Liz, all the girls do whatever she does. They all go skiing together. They all go to movies together. They all cut hair together. They all work in 5 different salons. I'd like her to give me a list of all her friends that work in all different salons, right? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know that has influence? You know, oh, I just did that. That's my friend Liz. Who do you know that's a progressive healthcare practitioner? You know, the ones that do muscle testing and craniosacral, all that good stuff. Who do you know that's an entrepreneur? Who do you know that's they work 3 different businesses at one time? My friend Mariah had one of those what are those things called, Sheila? You know, you wear them around a lanyard. In her lanyard, she had 5 different business cards when I met her 10 years ago. Oh, well, what do I do this? I do this, I do that. I mean, I'm just like, gosh, I hope that girl does one. I hope my card gets in that lanyard. Oh, cannot pronounce that word.
Lanyard.
Lanyard. Is it lanyard? Lanyard. Great. Who do you know that's a network marketer? They are the best because they love our industry and they love our products and they love building our business. You know, sometimes when people say, oh, is this network marketing? They're not saying it because they don't like it. They're saying it because they want to do it. I always say, is this network marketing? Because I get excited when it is. And I get excited about buying products from other network marketers because I want to support them. I don't want to support freaking Nordstrom's when I can buy my makeup from my Arbonne girl. Are you kidding me? Right? Are you kidding me? So right now, put in chat a network marketing company that you've been in. I don't know, is it Amway? Was it Herbalife? Was it Shackley? Was it Arbonne? Was it LifeVantage? Was it Amari? Was it WFG? Was it the gas company one? Electricity? What's the other one that everybody did for a while? A legal shield. What ones have you been in? Maybe was it Monavie? Remember that in the day? Prime My Body, the very first hemp network marketing company. Boy, the list just goes on. Sheila, read some of the network marketing companies people have been in.
Okay. So let's see. Modere, doTERRA, Melaleuca, Quorum, Mary Kay, Isogenics, and My Daily Choice, Amway, Amari, Live Pure, Market America, Mona V, Team National, New Vision, Beachbody, Awaken Nation, Relive, I'm not that it, Young Living,
I really got it. Okay, so here's basically what's going on. You guys are all network marketers. You love network marketing products. You know other people that love them that have been in other companies. All of those people need to be on your list. All of the people you've ever met in any of those other companies need to be on your list. Even if they're loving their other company, they still need stem cell, right? And you don't know. They say no until you get the patch on the body, like my one friend. And all of a sudden, his trigger finger's got fixed in 4 days, and now he's doing this one too. Right? Not that the patch found him, just like it found us. So don't be afraid. And you know what? You don't have to be like, oh, well, that person's really big in that other company. They won't want me. That's not true. You have no idea what's going on in that company or what's going on their body. They want you. They need you. Yes, Sheila.
We just Kathleen got from our Oahu event. She got the second person in the Kangen Water Company to come into Lifewave.
There you go. There you go. There you go. I just got chills. So you never know. So put it on your list. And here's another little hint. Network marketers, you know why we're good at it? Because it's a network. A huge business person once said, it's not about the product you sell, it's about the networks you develop. The journey that you are on is a journey of developing networks. Some of you may have been developing networks for 20 years. Peter Noah has been developing networks for 20 years. Dr. Stacy's been developing networks for 20 years. I have been developing networks for 20 years. If you are brand new at developing networks, give yourself a break. It takes time. And you're developing networks. That's the true skill of network marketing. Developing networks, loving on networks, being loyal to networks, and never hurting networks. That's really the goal, and loving them. And so what does that mean? That means that at the next event you go to, even more important than learning all about Lifewave at an event is to meet new people and add them to your list. Your cross-line friends will be your friends forever if you love on them. So your job at the next event you go to is meet 5 new friends that aren't in your business and put them in your phone. And if you would have done that at your last 10 companies that you've been in, then you would have lists of everybody. What do I mean by that? Your phone is your money. Treat it that way. If you have people in your phone in the way as like I did 10 years ago before somebody trained me on this, I have a girl in my phone named Heidi. I don't know her last name. I don't know where I met her. I don't know who she is. I know nothing. Today, Jan Rand is in my phone. Her name, her first or last name, if you have an iPhone under company, this is where I tag them. Jan Rand. From OC dash massage therapist, because that's what she was when I met her. Dash, I met her in LifeVantage. Dash, she's friends with my friend Michael. I can find her in 4 different lists. I have a LifeVantage list. I have an OC list. I have a massage therapist list, and I have a Michael list. Okay. I put people in my phone so that I can find them again one day when I'm making lists. I suggest you start that now. If you put the person in your phone correctly today, 10 years from now, your phone will make you so much money. Okay. So little hint, there's a little MLM hint for you. All right.
Mars, and we've got many people asking me privately, what was the trigger finger patch? Was it just X39?
Yeah. You guys want to hear the trigger finger story? This is a wild story. So this is why I believe in everything, right? I believe in patching, I believe in gifting, and I believe in sending to events and third-party validating with closing Zoom. I believe they're all valid ways of building our business, okay? And they all are awesome and work great, and we should be mixing them as we see fit, and we should also be doing it in the flavor that we are, okay? So this story is because I actually, a woman found me on Facebook. I did not know her. And I called her back and she wanted to join with me. And then she started patching and sharing it. And she patched a friend who bought a pack and he had some X39. And he's driving in the car with his friend. And his friend has thumb trigger finger. They don't move. They hurt. And he couldn't button up his shirt. So her friend put a patch on his thumb and gave him 3 more X39, just 4 X39. He just happened to be one of those people that in 4 days, something happened. And you know, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. You guys know that because honestly, if a person has a more serious issue, that is going to be fixed first. For this gentleman, I said, well, you must have a good heart because it went to your finger right away. I thought that was pretty cute. So he goes, actually, I do have a good heart. I'm like, I know, I can see. Oh, yeah. So he calls me up and he goes, my trigger finger in 4 days is better. I can button my shirt. I can do all this. I don't need the surgery. I'm good. He goes, I actually am a huge financial solutions business, and that's what I do, but I cannot ignore this. This is a health solution. And now he's added this to his business. And he didn't see it coming. He would have never done it had he not been patched. And I just think it's such a great story. I mean, the same with me, you guys. Had those patches not gone on my body and made the effect that they did, I would not be here today. So the patch found him, the patch found me. We just happened to be network marketers. How lovely is that? All right. So, hey, we kind of rambled. Okay, so we're gonna go to 11:15 and then work. I'm sorry, I'm slower than normal today, and I apologize. Okay, so now you should all have your list of 10. Who do you know? Who do you know? Do it now. Get it in there. Come on, name and cell number. If you're brand new and you go, I don't know what you're talking about, and this is scary, then just go to your A's and put the first person in A's with their name and cell number. That's who you don't know. Or your first S or your first T. I don't care. Just name and number. This is your juicy list of 10. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get your first list of 10. Let's write it down. Let's feel it out. I want everybody to get 1 or 2 or 3 names down right now. And then because we're running behind, you're going to have to finish those off. But your first list of 10 is juicy. And then next week you'll add another 10. And then the following week you'll bring some of your new people in and you'll have them do their list of 10. That's all we do. The business is lists. The business is list. I don't care if you say, hey, do you want to come learn how to share this business? It's making a list. I don't care if you say, hey, do you want to help 10 people you love because this technology helped you? It's a list. It's all the same. This business is making a list and working the list. So what are we going to do when we work the list? Well, we're going to invite. So we're already now at the second step. Look at that. We're almost done. So when you invite, you can watch the video. Or you can use the inviting scripts. I did add to this a real basic script, just so you know how simple it can be. Here you go. Have you heard about stem cells? Go to startx39now.com. Watch the first 2 videos and look at the pictures. If you like what you see, I can invite you to a patching podcast. I will text you the invite below. It can be that simple. Take a picture. What I like to do now, instead of putting all the scripts in, just put the link in there. You see that, Sheila? And then they can just open it up and look at them all. I'm all over doing individuals. Okay. So there is one, and it can be that simple. Why do I say go to startx39now.com? Because it's our product site, and you say, watch the first 2 videos and look at the picture. So if you're going to direct somebody to do it, you better do it yourself first. So you need to go to startx39now.com, and you yourself need to do what you just told your person to do. So before you tell anybody to do it, go watch video number 1. It's 2 minutes on light. And video number 2, how X39 works, the power of the patch, is 3 minutes. And then go look at the pictures. Oh my God, this girl was training me today. Look at that. She was a mess. Yeah, that was fast growing cells. And now stem cell regeneration took place. Look at this little boy's finger. It died. It got cut off. In 2 months, it regrew back. Look at this man. He was bald and gray eyebrow. Now he has dark hair. He's not bald and his eyebrow went black again. I mean, if that's not regeneration, I don't know what to tell you. Look at this girl. She looks, I would say day 1, I think 50s. After a year of X39, look at her skin. She looks 16. That's a tool. That's a third-party validation tool. You just send them to the now site. If they're interested, then you invite them to something. That's also a third-party validation tool. You invite them to something. What are you going to invite them to? You are going to invite them to a what?
Patching party.
Oops, sorry. Okay, yeah, let's go. Get back to the system. You're going to go invite them to a patching party, a patching podcast, a gift, right? After they say, oh, I do like that. And to remind you, let's go to the inviting scripts again. So this first script was just real basic, and you invite them to a patching podcast. Or to be more specific, you can invite them to the Monday patching podcast. I'd like to invite you to our patching podcast this Monday, where you'll hear real life testimonials and learn how this cutting edge technology is changing lives. For a great overview on stem cell technology, go to startx39now.com. Watch the first 2 videos and look at the pictures. I will text you the invite below. Same concept, right? Tuesday, don't do this one because doctor's not going to be here this week, so we're not going to do that. Wednesday, I do Wednesdays. I'd like to invite you to our virtual patching party this Wednesday, where you'll learn about this cutting edge technology, hear testimonials, and even have a chance to win a free 30-day supply of product. For a great overview on stem cell technology, go to watch the first 2 videos. There's the Thursday podcast. And you can even invite them to a gift. I found a patented wearable light technology that repairs and regenerates you like when you were younger. For a great overview on stem cell technology, go here, text me your address, I'll send you a gift. You can send your own gifts. I recommend 2x39 2 eons in those little envelopes. Or when you're in the office, you can do 2 today that Jan sends and I fund. Jan's on vacation in Hawaii, so she will not be sending those out till she gets back. So you have to be a little patient. They'll get out next week for you, but they will get out. But just know that she's out of town right now. And that's why Sheila's here helping me. And I so appreciate that. Or if you wanted to invite them to come learn how to do the business with you, you would use this script and then just send the business invite. Okay. So the scripts are made for you. Edit, copy, edit, paste. Edit, copy, edit, paste. So then where's the invites? Right below. Invite to podcast. And so they're from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So for tonight, I would recommend that you invite 5. Write this down. Sheila put this in chat. You're going to invite 5 to the patching podcast tonight, Monday night. Okay. And could you put this in chat? Not all of them, but just the invite link to the podcast. Okay. You see what I'm doing now? I think it makes more sense, and then they can just have the whole thing. And then you can also invite, of course, not to Dr. Stacy because she's out this week, but you can invite to the patching party, which is me. So that's Wednesday. So you're going to do 5 invites to the Monday call, and you're going to do 5 invites to the patching party. Okay. And there they are. And then you're going to invite to 2 gifts. 2 gifts. Now, where would you see that? Right here. So when you invite to a gift here in the system, it basically just says, well, go buy yourself a business bag so you can do a gift to your people, right? And you would do 2x39 and 2 eons or whatever you want to do, really. But I like that the best. But if you do it from the office, you need to come out of the system, because if I put the free gift in the office, in the system, I'd go broke. So you go into the office. And today, if anybody wants a gift, sorry, something's freaking out. Then this is the gift that goes out and the gift form that gets filled out. The gift that goes out, 2x39 and 2 eons, and the gift link that goes out. And I'll give you the daily code in a minute. And you just put your first name, your last name, your phone number, and the receiver's first, last name, city, address, and you submit. Okay. And that just goes out. And Jan mails that out on your behalf. And you can do 2 of those today. Can you put the gift request in chat as well as what the gift looks like? Okay. So far now, you guys are going to invite 5 to the Monday testimonial call, 5 to the patching party, and you can do 2 gifts. Now, the last thing that you need to know is follow-up. That's the last piece. Follow-up, follow-up, follow-up. How does the follow-up work? Well, you go into the system, and this is pretty basic. Step 3 is follow-up. And all you're going to do now is you're going to take that clipboard you bought, and you're going to print out each of your follow-up scripts. What do you think these are? It's the same thing that's in your business bag. It's the same gift that goes out to your person. There's the script on the envelope. There's the script on the GHK copper peptide flyer. Print it. Before and after tracker. Print it. You should have a clipboard with these. What to expect. Print it. We're slow today. Oh, you know why we're slow? Not in. Print it. Patching podcast. I love this one. This is really great. You can set, you remember, you can print these, but you can also take your finger and edit, copy, edit, paste the link and just text it to somebody, right? So it just opens up right on their phone, right? Print it. The All Products International flyer, print it. And your order form. Print it, okay? And you're good to go. And you're good to go, okay? So, what do? You read it. You read it. What do I mean by that? Well, you sent them to the Now site. You may have sent them a gift, or you sent them to a patching podcast, or all of the above, and now they got it. And now you're like, hey, did you get the patch? Did you put it on? Did you go to the podcast? What did you like about it? Well, let's talk about it a little bit. And you can either, if they have the envelope, you read it together. If they don't, you send them the link and you read it together. And you just say, well, I'm so glad you went to learn all of that. And let's talk a little more about it. Once again, it's made from organic crystal. When you place it on the body, it reflects back your own light to make change in the body. By the time you're 65, you've lost half your master cells. We know that from looking at the patent, that means the same as, well, you can read that. As we age, we produce less and less master cells, slowing our body's ability to repair and regenerate itself. By 35, we lost 50%. By 65, we lost almost all of those cells. When we activate our body with these younger pluripotent master cells, they have the unique ability to change, to turn into any cell your body needs for repair. Even if we don't immediately feel the effects, rest assured they're hard at work repairing your most critical issues first before moving on to something you feel, right? So that is awesome. That is awesome. So you just read those. You read them, okay? GHK flyer, you could just read that to people. Yes, oh my gosh, that's right. And then the before and after tracker, you just read everything. And then you get back down to you're ready to take an order. You're ready to take an order. And you use the all products flyer to go over the different products that they may want. And then you say, and here's the deal. 1x39 or 1x49 equals 1 point. The one sleeve of supported patches is 0.5. Alavita Skincare Trio is 1.5. Mix and match and save. Mix and match and save. So you can get retail for 149, or the silver pack is 299, and go ahead and mix and match. You need an X39 for that cellular activation, 1 point. X49 for the brain and heart and lean muscle mass, build those muscles, 1 point. An Eon to reduce inflammation, 0.5, and an Ice Wave to reduce pain, 0.5. Yes, you can get it 4 sleeves for $2.99 with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And then 1x39 the following month to keep your stem cells activated. And then you just take their information and their credit card, and you have now taken the order. After you take the order, you can take it down, and you can even look on how to input the order. It's right there on even how to do that. So basically what we've learned today is we've learned how to make our list of 10. We've learned how to invite. We're inviting to what? 5 to the testimonial call tonight, 5 to the patching party, and 2 gifts. And we've learned how to print out our follow-up clipboards. Why? Because after you send your people to those things, you're going to read the clipboard with them and take their order. With that, it's 11:17. I'm going to stop the Zoom and we're going to actually get to work doing this. So let's go ahead and stop the recording.